I am Luciana Hartwin. Welcome to the Lilith Verse. As always, if you find value in this video, please share, like, comment, and subscribe. Welcome to Part 2 of Paganism 101, Dispelling Misconceptions, Devil Worship, Satanism, Worlds Apart. One of the most persistent misconceptions about paganism is the idea that it involves devil worship or Satanism. This couldn't be further from the truth. Here's why. Distinct deities and origins. Pagan traditions have their own rich pantheons of gods and goddesses, often representing natural forces like thunder, love, or the harvest. These deities have their own complex histories and relationships, entirely separate from the Christian concept of the devil, a fallen angel associated with evil. Paganism predates Christianity by millennia and developed its own set of beliefs independent of Abrahamic religions. Focus on nature and balance. Pagan practices often revolve around a deep respect for nature and the natural world. Many traditions celebrate the cycles of life, death, and rebirth, and their deities embody these cycles. This focus on balance stands in stark contrast to the Christian view of the devil as a symbol of pure evil. Misunderstandings fueled by fear. The demonization of pagan beliefs during the rise of Christianity likely contributed to this misconception. Early Christians may have misunderstood or deliberately misrepresented pagan practices to solidify their own religion. Fear of the unknown often fuels stereotypes, and paganism, with its focus on nature and diverse practices, became an easy target. Understanding the difference. Paganism celebrates the natural world and the interconnectedness of all things. Satanism, on the other hand, is a separate philosophy that often emphasizes individualism and nonconformity. Some forms of Satanism may not even believe in a literal Satan, but rather use the figure as a symbol of rebellion against traditional religious authority. Moving beyond the stereotype. It's important to move beyond these misconceptions. Paganism offers a rich and diverse tapestry of spiritual paths that celebrate nature, personal growth, and a connection to the divine. By fostering open dialogue and education, we can break down these stereotypes and appreciate the beauty and depth of pagan beliefs. Animal sacrifice, a historical practice, not a modern norm. There's no denying that some historical pagan practices involved animal sacrifice. This was often seen as a way to appease the gods, gain favor, or mark important occasions. However, it's crucial to understand that the context matters. We need to consider the historical context in which these sacrifices occurred. Animal husbandry was central to many ancient societies, and sacrifice might have been viewed differently than it is today. Variations existed. Sacrificial practices likely varied greatly depending on the specific pagan tradition, time period, and geographic location. A shift toward symbolism. In modern paganism, animal sacrifice is extremely rare. Most pagans today find alternative ways to connect with the divine and express their reverence for nature. Symbolic offerings, such as leaving food or drink outdoors, are far more common. Blood magic, fiction versus reality. The concept of blood magic is often sensationalized in fiction and popular culture. While some historical practices may have incorporated blood symbolism, it's not a central tenet of most pagan paths. Here's a breakdown of the misconception. Focus on life force, not literal blood. Some pagan traditions may acknowledge the concept of a life force that permeates all living things. However, this life force isn't necessarily equated with physical blood. Symbolic representations, like pouring wine or using red candles, might be used in rituals. Respect for all living things. A core value of many pagan paths is respect for all living things. This would make the unnecessary harming of animals, even for ritual purposes, highly unlikely for most modern pagans. Focus on intent and energy. Pagan rituals often emphasize the power of intention and energy. Symbolic actions and visualization can be just as powerful as physical sacrifices in connecting with the divine or directing energy. Modern paganism, celebrating nature with respect. Modern paganism is a nature-centered and often life-affirming religion. The vast majority of contemporary pagans celebrate the natural world and its cycles through respectful and symbolic rituals. Animal sacrifice and blood magic are relics of the past, replaced by practices that emphasize harmony with nature and the interconnectedness of all living things. I hope you found value in this video. We will continue with this series. If you have any specific topics you would like to cover, please leave the comments in the comments below. If you found value, please share, like, comment, and subscribe. I have been Luciana Hartwin. Thank you for joining me today here in the Lilithverse.